Dear friends, hello, I'm David Afremov and welcome to my daily broadcast. Today I would like to talk with you about Leonid Afremov, what kind of person he was. And today a friend of mine, he asked me, can you tell more about your father, how he was, what kind of person he was? So I said it's a good question, I'm going to make a live broadcast about it because it's a really cool question. I hate live broadcasts when I'm doing the sales, when I'm trying to explain this promotion, that promotion. I don't like it. But to talk about my father, I can do it in hours. So let's try to imagine what kind of person he'd been. As a father, I would say he was accepting any of my crazy ideas, promotions, whatever came to my mind, he was helping. So he was in this, when I was kid, when I was teenager, whatever I done, he was supporting everything. I don't remember even one thing that he not approved it. Oh, you want this? Super. He never was trying to reconvince me to do something else. So for him, me and Boris, we had full freedom. Only thing, he always asked Boris to speak Russian at home, so not to lose the language. And now Boris, that never been in Russia, talk Russian without accent. So it's same as me. I've been in Russia 3 times in my life, so but I speak Russian well. As an artist, like as a teacher, the students now they crying he gone, they crying that he gone, and before that they were crying when he was working with them because he was very hard. You need to do it as I say and nothing else. With the students, he was hard. That's why now they're creating the masterpieces. I spoke with Christian and he says, yeah, your father was all the time yelling at me and say, this not good, that not good, and at the end I become a great artist. So my father was like, yeah, do I have internet connection? Yeah, super slow. Yeah, internet is playing games with us today. Okay, so as a teacher, he was very hard, but he knew how to teach. And there's his students doing the great job. But yes, he could scream, he could yell, he could throw palette knife at somebody like, it should be done as I say. This was his way of teaching. Even people that pay us $5,000 a day for master classes coming to me, David, I gave you tons of money for a week, $60,000. Like, why he yelling at me? I said, that's what you're paying for. You're gonna get study from the master, and this is the way as he teaching. He wanted done exactly perfect as he see it, not anything else. This is how he was. When he was teaching exactly as he needed to be. Why you put here yellow? What's that? Remove it. When he was creating painting, he never was working in the bad mood, never was working when he's sick, he never was working when he don't feel he want to work. So when he was creating art, it was different person. For me, it was look like he located in different dimension. So when he was working, and you enter to the room, he got distracted. So you see him like 1 second, he's doing something, he's not here. And then you enter, what happened? He's like sometime like waking up because he were located in another dimension when he working. When he creating art, he were located in another dimension. This is not possible to explain, and it's very difficult to understand. I never saw it in my life. I used to work with a lot of artists. I know a lot of artists. They can listen music, they can pretend doing something, but they hear. My father wasn't here. When he was working, he separated. He can have a music and some movie and some news, it doesn't matter. He were doing something. He were located in different dimension, not here. This is how he look when he working. When he creating art, he is not here. And my mom always says, don't even bother him, because he is like not here. And when we taken question, if painting is listed on the site, it means it's available. It's strange. Like if it's listed, of course it's available. I don't like to do refunds. Yeah, so if we sell it, we have it. No any other options. So he was very, very deep artist. So when he was, his work was looking like a meditation, you know, like a yoga. They sitting like same as his work. He go inside of the painting and it's it. He's not there. No matter it's recreation or it's original. Recreation done faster. It's rather for sale. Original done slower. But anyway, he was inside. And when he teaching, he tried to put his students inside of this nirvana, but maybe Christian and couple, they succeed, but everybody else, they know how to do the good copy, but they're not capable to move inside. Because he was living inside of the paintings. To me, it's like, it's some kind of, his palette knife and his easel, it's some kind of teleportal to the different dimensions. This is how it's for me. He teleporting himself to different place, because this is an only explanation how he can create such a beautiful artworks. He just jumping inside and he working, he creating. Also, he was very straight. He never were lying. He telling to the people what he think, and this basically ruins the customer service. This is why we took it in our hands. Because customer service, client always right, even if he's not right. He never was accepting it. So he could cancel the order of $10,000 only because the client not respectfully approached him. Custom orders, we had two buffers. Let's say somebody custom order a painting. I accept the order, I take all the details, send it to Boris. Boris sending to my mom. She's waiting when my father were in a good mood, and she's like, look, we have an order, what do you think? Maybe we can do it. And then he accepted, and then he started working. And then again, he sent it to approval, client said, no, you know what, I want the green, I want the red. Then I tell to the Boris, client want green, client want red. Then he sent it to my mom. And my mom, she's saying to my father, she finding place where he's happy, maybe after dinner, or said, look, nice painting, client love it, but he suggested a little red, like, and we all waiting, like, what? Lately he was, you know, now in the past couple of years he was more calm. He's like, yeah, sure, whatever. But before that, what? No way! We needed to do double customer service, one with the client and other with my father, to make that good together. That's why basically he always wanted to reply, and I always like begging him, please, nice. Even if customer says something not nice to you, no worries. No worries, and like don't answer immediately. Think about it, tell me, I will help to answer. This was his approach to the client, because in Israel, when he had his own gallery, clients were flying from there. They coming back, but they're flying because, for example, like he could destroy the painting in front of the client just because of disrespect. He have huge self-respect. He respected his work, and he respected what he's doing. He never cared about the money. For him, it was super last. For him, it was super last part, payment. Like, of course, he evaluated his work and he tell me like, this we can do it, this we cannot do it. But he never was like, hey, we sold painting for $50,000. No. He would better sell it for 100 to the buyer that respect him. He had a huge self-respect. So, for example, if somebody tell him like usually it's about recreations. Oh, I received this sloppy painting, look like child did it. I know this game. I know the buyer requesting 50% discount, something extra, maybe phone, something. This is a way of people, unfortunately, that we have to deal with them sometimes. Not a lot of them, but sometimes. I know their emails, they're standard. Like, oh, I received it, it's a sloppy, it's like child did it, like. I said, send me the image. Okay, like, here's the image, but painting look nice. Yeah, but I prefer if you give me some painting for free. I know these games. I sell my art all life, and when somebody don't happy, I see it in the email. But all this stuff, and when my father saw it, for him it was like personal insult, because he created it. He put all his soul, and it was a blowout. I was really happy if sometime I see he typing, I just disconnect the internet. He didn't notice, he sends a message, and then I connected and reverse it. And for example, like somebody put a comment on the, this complaints board, that's something like blogs, when people try to extort you something with fake comments, sometimes real. And we have like a buyer, he put, oh, you know what? I received painting, not really like it. I want my money back. So here is the money back, here is the return label. I don't want to return painting because my wife loves it and it's hanging in our room. So you like the product, you use the product, you got the money, so return it to us. No, we decided not to return it. Have a good day. So pay us back. No, we decided it's not worth the money that we paid. We're going to send you 20%. Then my father was really pissed and he sent like personal letter, whatever he was thinking about the person. Of course, next day the person put a complaints board, and a lot of BS about it. This is a life. We sell online. And online, not only nice people like you, it's a lot of people that have some issues. I don't say mental. Maybe they sad, maybe nobody loves them. I don't know. Hard to say. But they try to put negative reaction towards anybody that they see. Unfortunately, it's how we say it's a life, it's internet, and you never know who is behind the desk. You don't know who behind the screen. For example, I had a question from super serious person like, I want to buy, to decorate this room, that room. Me and two my assistants, we're working with them, like maybe one painting here, like this decoration, that decoration. At the end, a lady calling me and said, I'm sorry, my son, he tried to decorate the house, but he's 13 and please, but how do we know? It's just emails. And sometimes you think you talk to teenager, and at the end, the person sending you the photograph of their grandkids, and they are my age, so you never know. This is like, I'm sorry, something that you never know. You never know who is behind the screen. That's why I try to explain to my father, and especially that a lot of people, they trying to be negative. They just want to, you reply them negatively so they can continue this ugly conversation. They make fun of it. But, my father never understood it, and he said like, so we decided, me and Boris, all negative emails immediately were forwarded to us, positive to my father. This helped him to be positive. Like lately he said, I don't understand. Everybody happy with everything. Statistically, somebody should be negative. I said, no, you see it. We try to keep him outside. He's an artist. He was an artist. Great artist. Great person. And he not deserve all this nonsense and stuff that going online in any business. Because he was taken so personally, you cannot even imagine. Sometimes I see him like crying. I say, Pap, what's going on? What's the problem? Look, this person, it was on eBay, left us negative feedback. I said, okay, don't care about it. Well, why you worry about negative feedbacks? No, you see, they left us negative. Why? Like, he trying to understand, but I explained to him, he left us negative feedback because he had a bad mood, because because feedback was like this. I received painting, nothing special. That's it. And he's like, why? Why? And I try to explain him, it's like nothing bad about it. It's just a feedback. And he was like very, very upset about it. So I don't talking about my father. I don't talking about other artists. When you buy something online, always remember somebody behind the desk. So of course it's very easy to put some negative through email than to say it personally. You know, I had the guy, he was so nasty on emails. Like, you can print all his emails and put in a little frame. It's like tons of sarcasm, tons of like, and he said, I'm coming to Mexico, I want to see you guys. And I was expecting somebody like super like bad person, I don't know. It was such a nice guy. We had so much fun together. And I tell him, why are you such an asshole on the emails? So that's my way of talking. He was such a nice guy. He's like, wow. That's how we work. And now, for example, now we're doing the shipping, me and my brother. We're not sleeping nights to push everything out and not to make mistakes. That's difficult. So the shipping takes 1 month. We try to do it faster. As we do it faster, it's immediately going mistakes. So I told Boris, stop it. We said, and especially we have like, I don't call it issue. I call it situation. We have paintings located in different places. So let's say you bought 5 paintings. It doesn't mean we're gonna ship in one package. One gonna come from Florida, one from Australia, one from here. It doesn't matter. You're gonna receive it, but it's not one package. Not always. So also shipping time. Painting need to be catalog. We need to put in catalog. We need specially scan it. So the augmented reality stuff gonna work on it. It's all for good, but it's take about a month. We're trying to do faster. Probably Boris telling me like now the sales went to the normal. We can catch up, so it's going to be probably 2-3 weeks, but not today. Because we don't want to make mistakes, and I don't want to hire new personnel for the shipping, because just to train the new personnel take time, and they making mistakes. Let's say when my father was here, it was very easy. Let's say you receive wrong painting, big deal, we're gonna ship you a new one. No problem. It's easy. But now if you receive something wrong, it's a tragedy because we don't have anything to replace it. This is an issue. This is a problem. So we're trying to do everything super accurate, super correct. So it's take little time, but not always. Some of the, for example, Boris told me today we ship half of the orders that people place today because this piece is already scanned, they already have certificates, but some of the orders we need to prepare for shipping. It doesn't mean we need to paint them. This is something that some people telling me, oh, okay, I understand. So you're gonna give my painting to the students to paint and then you're gonna ship it to me. Yes, if it's happened like this, you're gonna have paintings in 4 months at least. Because we work with oil dry about 3 to 4 months. So the students' works, it's what they paint now, it's not even next month going to be shipped. So if they paint something up front, older orders that people like ready to wait. This is normal. So let's say if you buy something studio, you receive we have two processing email. One say your painting gonna be processed like within 30 days, and one say your painting gonna be processed in 4 months. But in this case, when you make a purchase before you pay, we have it in red, says this painting gonna be available for shipping like November, and you make a decision. So we don't make it any surprises. Okay, so we try to do the best. For example, I don't offer any discounts, any deals, any offers like buy one get 5 free, nothing. But I'm not increasing the prices, and I think it's a super good option. It's a fantastic opportunity to buy my father's work at the price that not increased. Because now we have 111 paintings left in recreation, and originals we have a lot, but we don't selling them. This is like, I sold couple, but I received like, my father loves the movie Godfather, and I'm gonna repeat what Don Corleone said. It was an offer that we cannot refuse. It was 6-figure number for couple paintings. I said, okay, I have 2 daughters to need to go to college, so it's and I think my father also would be happy if he sees this kind of prices, like couple $100,000 for one painting, and it was like good offer. The person especially fly here. He flew here. He come to our house, and it was nice. It was something very, very interesting. Also today I've been in meeting with PayPal. PayPal, all the crew arrived to Cancun, and they had like a presentation, and it was very interesting. And I joined the PayPal with them, and I also explained about our business, how we work. You know, PayPal today, basically it's the best form to make a payment. I tell to everybody, super secure and super convenient for me as a merchant and for you as a buyer, because it's really secure and really convenient. So this is like a positive stuff. So if you didn't purchase Afremov yet, go to the site. I don't provide you any link. You know my site, afremov.com. Paintings at 149 and up, it's done by my father. 109 done by the studio, but this is only in case if you don't know how to read description. Some people like purchase studio and then they said, wow, I was sure it's Afremov, and if I have these paintings available, I upgrade them for Afremov, but I don't have many recreations. You know, we was laughing with my father when he was alive. Like he said, if something happened to me, recreations is going to be for you for a couple of years, don't worry. Like, we were laughing when he had his first heart attack like a couple of years ago. Like, we were laughing. Like, he said, come on, look how many recreations I done. Oh, don't even worry. You know, I have 111 left. That's it. They gonna be sold? They sold. Prints, posters. I don't like them. I like them. They look beautiful. Like, it's a good product, like for office. But for the home, you need something that gives you the warmth. The warm painting is warm when you see it, when you touch it. It's warm painting. This is why I always say original. No matter what, recreation, unique, one of a kind, original for $500,000. Doesn't matter. You touch it, you feel it. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's something that gives you warmth to your house, that make good on your soul when you have it on the wall. It's hard to explain in the words, but I have like a best collectors that have a lot of our paintings, and they like more because they feel them. You need to feel it. It's something that you cannot describe, because, for example, the art critic said, what care about Afremov? He just landscape, cityscape, landscape, cityscapes, 2 people walking, like little bench, or cats playing guitar. Who need it? This how they say, but after they receive at least one painting, they start to say this nonsense. They say they don't understand, but painting gives some kind of warmth to the soul. I had one big art critic. He was criticizing me during a year. I don't care, in any industry, as long if they talk about you, it's already good. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. He was like, oh, look, all the same, and conveyor belt paintings, like nothing new. Couple walking, 3 people, 4 people, like nothing special. And I was tired of this guy, so I sent him painting. I said, here is a painting, just a gift, so you will have it, and thank you for your comments. And he sent me apology letter, not because of the painting, of course. He said now he understands why people love it. Now he understands, because he said with Afremov, it's not important what it's painted. It's important it's painted by him. Only his work gives this warmth. I even have one psychiatrist. He had a clinic. He have a clinic in somewhere in Europe, and he decorated it only with my father's work, only because he say it's his patient start becoming happier when they see it. And I told him, like, you order basically almost the same. He said it doesn't matter. It's not important. He said it's not important. Painting gives some good. He even wrote a book about us, and he used the paintings there. So it's book. I don't remember. I think it's Romanian language, but it's available in our collection. This is why recreation. For example, somebody said, "Oh, I received recreation, not really colors that I expected." What's the difference? Colors, schmalers, it's nothing. Most important is the feeling. I said, do you feel the painting or not? Yes, I do feel it. So what's your question? Why you send me a message? I don't know. Thank you for your time. This is like why the recreation are priceless, originals. He put part of him inside of this painting. Studio works, beautiful, identical copies of his originals, beautiful. But they still learn to put something that they have inside on the canvas. This something that is not possible to replicate. This something that only real genius can do it. Real genius can put a life to these dead colors. Real genius can create 1,000 painting, 2-person walking, flashlight, traffic light, and a bench, and each one of them is unique and one of a kind, and it's alive. I have, online you don't feel it. It's look beautiful online, no problem. We pay tons of money to photographers. It's like super good quality, but in a life, it's the same as you see a person. It's look nice, but when you talk to him, when you touch him, you have different impression. Same as my father's artworks. You have different impression. You have different feelings about his paintings. So it's something that is priceless. It's really priceless. Because for me, I represent my father all my life, and it's very, very important when people love what they receive. We sent last month over 1,000 paintings. His paintings recreation, can try to imagine, 1,000. And I receive only 3 emails from people that don't like it. So why? And I send emails to a lot of people like, did you like it? What do you think? He said, I love it. I look at it and I feel it. It's something different. Of course, like we have couple confusions, people buying not from me one painting, then 20 from me, and then they confused because, oh, I bought painting, I received a garbage set, but you didn't purchase from us. Please only judge when you buy on Afremov.com. Don't judge when you buy on another sites. I'm not responsible. Yeah, thank you very much. On cruise ship, we don't sell paintings. This is what I hate about cruise ships. Some of them sell fakes. Because my father was not ready to work with cruise ship. He not ready to work with any gallery, and especially cruise liners. So I'm really surprised if some cruise liner have our paintings. I super big doubt. Good copy maybe, but originals by Afremov, I don't think so. The colors, texture is one thing, and another thing that you never understand before you touch it. It's alive. You know, you can see photograph of the baby anytime you want, but when you see the real baby and you hold it, it's absolutely different feelings. Same feelings with the paintings. Absolutely similar. It's something that you touch and you feel it's alive. Not possible to describe. This is why you need to receive it. 111 people can be happy. They have still chance to have a real Afremov. After that, good quality recreation done by the studio. Super good quality. But I'm not sure if it's gonna capture this feeling in 100%. Because, for example, my father, when he was fixing the recreations, he was like, I don't feel this painting, put it in the garbage. I said, but it's done already, it's sold, what are you talking about? He said, I don't feel it. This is how he did. Thank you very much for not supporting these fakers, because now we're trying to remove it from everywhere. Because my father, he was not really worried about fakers. He always said they never can replicate. Not possible. You need to study with him like a Christian. He studied with him like over 10 years, or Gerardo. They study with him a decade. So they can do the correct copy, they can teach others. They know how to put something from their soul to the canvas, but some factories, no chance. Even print not working. You know, even print, when it's printed, it's look different. Even it's identical. You don't feel that it's alive. You don't feel it. Yes, if you receive paintings separately, don't worry. Some of the orders we ship separately. So it's normal. Please do not worry. Nothing get lost, painting not lost. We just ship separate. So if you're still interested in my father's work, you can go to the site. We have categories. We have everything there. Prices are the same that were where he was alive. I never increase it. Yeah. Because he respected his customer. He respected his collector. And he always was expecting the respect back. This he was, you know, he needed to be born in 1880, 95, where the Musketeers, like maybe 200. For him, respect and his word was cost more than $10 million. He was person of the word, and he respected everybody, and he was expecting respect in the back. My advice, order now and tomorrow, because by Christmas it's definitely nothing gonna stay. It's for sure, for sure. So my father was respecting everybody. And even when he had an interview in an immigration in the States like long time ago, he came with a respect. A lot of people were begging for something, and he was like, here is my case, you accept it, not accept it. And they accepted. He was granted a green card as an extraordinary ability person in the United States, like an artist. Long time ago, almost 20 years ago. So it's how he was. The person that basically he could terminate any deal, any relationship for disrespect, for lying, for insulting, for sarcasm, stuff like this. He was extremely straight, like an arrow. And he had his time machine, his teleportation machine. He was able to jump from this reality. I remember in the States we just arrived and it was super difficult time. I was driving ice cream truck and it's like literally was no money for food. It was like, and my father, when he was starting working, we lived in small apartment, like in Pampana, like super small Pampana beach, like. And when he started work, and he also time was like, like a serious man, like. When he working, you see, he is not here. It's somebody happy, doing something that he loves. This is how it's happened. This was his life. He was happy to do what he did. And he passed away happy, I hope. But what I can say, he finished all the things. Some of the recreation were unsigned. We shipped them to the buyers with explanation why the recreation is unsigned. Because he passed away. It was 4 recreation like this. 3 accepted. 1 person filed a dispute with PayPal that we sent him unsigned painting. Of course, we refunded money and I want this painting back because it's even more valuable than signed painting. It's last works. It's really last works, literally last works. So he was a great man. He was a genius. Basically, it's explained everything. All his stuff, like he was not social. For him, it was easier to send you a message than to talk in person. And he was genius. It's real genius. Even big art critic that are like, first were telling me like, come on, what he done, like similar, everything same, but after they received the painting, they said, wow, now they understand. Also, I had one person was like, also art critic, he always criticized the recreation, like, oh, it's a bad quality, like. I said, buy one. No, I'm not going to spend money. I know it's a bad quality. Is this something like I don't understand? I'm not going to eat this cake because I think he is a bad quality. So at least bite it. So we sent him also the free recreation. Just any. I just told Boris, send any recreation to the person without like something special. And you know what? He called me and said, you sent me something special, good quality. I said, no, it's regular. He said, I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. So this person at the end ended up coming here to Mexico and saw all our operation. And he said, guys, I'm sorry, I was really skeptical. So it was Leonid Afremov. It's a great person. And again, I'm sorry for me and my brother for the delay with some shipments, but it's not delay more than a month. I think it's worth it to wait a little bit longer, but receive everything in good condition. Because again, I can hire now 50 people. And they're going to make 50 mistakes a day each one. It's going to be 2,500 mistakes. You, instead of painting, you're going to receive print. Instead of print, you're going to receive unique one of a kind original. We had this before. We had it last year. No, he not. Of course, I want to say my father invented palette knife style. No, but palette knife, Impressionist 200 years ago, we were working with it. Edouard Manet, Claude Monet, Renoir, they also had a knife, but they use a knife just for covers of background. And my father used a knife to do the small details. I don't know nobody that use a knife like he does. Never met. But I don't think I can pronounce him like inventor of the palette knife style. No. He's an artist of colors. He loves the colors. And he had his style nobody can replicate. I had artists, we used to hire artists all the time. And people were coming, flying from us from different places. Some of them, like artists that with experience of 30, 40 years, said, my father, simple painting, I'm gonna copy it. I had a guy from Russia, he came, and he laughed at his face. He said, it's a joke, I can do 10 of this. My father gave him a knife, said, do one. The guy spent 2 days in our office trying to create one painting. At the end, he said, I'm failed. I'm sorry. And my father said to him, okay, you know where the door is. He said, but I want to study here. Like, my father said, I don't want to teach you. So when my father will always love to teach people that don't have, they have, first of all, to be my father's student, you need to have high art education. I'm sorry. So you have to be like professional artist. You need to have a degree from some high-level art institute, not self-touch. Because I don't say he hated. If you self-touch, you need to learn a lot of like basics. And my father don't spend time on the basics. He wanted to learn to teach from already some level. Also, he never accepted artists that have their own style, because he said they always gonna do it in their own style, even with my style. So this is why we had some time like 50, 60 people come to one spot of the studio to be student of his. And it was a lot of people, like they just call him, can I come? I said, yeah, everybody welcome. And everybody submitted their resume, a copy of their works. Then he was selected like 10, 20 people. Then he were choosing one. So you can see people in our office, they all chosen by him and Christian, because Christian become like, he becomes super good artist. He learned, 10 years to be together with a genius, you also becoming genius. It's like, so he also choosing artists, he also help us to choose them, because the studios that we created, it's something unique. It's really unique. It's a studio dedicated to the style of only one person, of Leonid Afremov. Nobody else. We don't have any other artist. For example, somebody asks us, oh guys, can you do the copy of Van Gogh, Chagall, like whatever? We say no. We're not gonna sign it, and I hate these orders, and I never take it. Because we dedicated to Leonid Afremov only. Exactly, Martin. He was the person that could do with palette knife something that people with a small brush can't. One time he received an order. Unfortunately, the person was very picky on trademark and copywriting for the painting, so we even don't have a snapshot of the artwork. It was family portrait of 11 people, big portrait. And the goal of the person was he wanted portrait exactly as a photo. And he wanted to be done with a knife, but without, so when you go step of 2 meters, you will not see it's done with a knife. It was super big challenge for my father. It was super high pay, like also like almost 6-figure, but he spent 2 months on this painting. And when he finished it, he says, wow. My father says, wow. And he was like going so proud, like, I said, why are you so proud? He said, look what I created. Look this painting. He was like, look at it. He was proud of himself because he did something that not possible even to imagine. Like, for example, the cat's paintings, it's so delicate work with a knife, you cannot imagine. And especially, knife, you cannot do it slow. You should do it fast, otherwise it's dry and that's it, it's destroyed. So he did tremendous work. The quality of the work was something like unbelievable. I like also his musicians. For example, when I see the musician, I know what music he played because he tried to push the music inside of the painting. I'm sorry, we have weather change and it's crazy. So the great art is gone. He's gone. We have 111 recreations, about 800 originals. And you have your chance. You can, to buy recreation, you need to go to the site and make a purchase. Originals, you need to contact me first. Because the prices is like this, that online checkout not gonna work. We especially increase them, so no purchases without like comments before. So yeah, you know, I still don't believe he passed away. Me and my mom and cat Max, we also sure it's some kind of stupid joke. You know what? Now I feel myself strange. When he was my age, we moved to United States. I was kid. I was 20 years old, like 22, and I said all the time to my father, "You're doing this wrong. We need to do this correctly." And he was like laughing, and of course done whatever he think is correct. But he always respected my thoughts. And now I have my daughter. She is 15. And I also respect what she's doing because I remember I said, damn, I'm like my father now. It's difficult. You know, someday I'm thinking like, I waking up said, okay, I'm gonna remove all the recreation. I'm gonna keep only originals. I'm gonna keep them for myself. But then I think I hear my father saying, come on, don't worry, I paid another one. And this made me super sad and made me stop from removing them from the site. And especially now, maybe I becoming like my father. I When somebody say something negative about the painting, I'm becoming same angry as he is. And Boris even like kidding, he said, "What's happened? You got now it's not you, it's your father, my father here." Because usually I am super, you can tell me whatever you think, and my reply gonna be, "Oh, dear friend, I'm really happy, I'm really sorry." Now I'm losing it, and I'm like, for example, somebody say, "Oh, I received this painting." Not, I even don't want to read to the end. Here's return label. Here's your money. Give it back to me. And you know what? 99.9% just send me back my refund and said, "Oh, I'm sorry to offend you. I had a bad mood." 99%. So maybe I need to hire somebody to do customer service better than I, because I'm become very like something not good. Okay, here's the money. I have 111 paintings left. Then I have no clue how I'm gonna work myself. Now I'm looking for some long vacation. So after this piece is sold, I'm sorry, I'm gonna maybe go some around the globe yacht cruise on the sailboat, something like this, whatever. But I cannot, I don't know what to do next. So it's only 111 pieces left. And for you, you're gonna regret if you're not gonna order them. Why? Because they're not gonna be here. You're gonna say, yeah, I remember David Afremov talking, and I was thinking, yeah, maybe I'm gonna buy it, but I didn't do it. So thank you very much. Thank you. You know, my father saw the colors differently. He saw the life differently. and he was a happy man. This was most important. If somebody asked me what I want to be, I said I want to be happy. Sometimes it's very difficult. So think what's going to make you happy and go for it. As long as legal, of course. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching me tonight. Don't forget the site is Afremov.com. 111 paintings done by my father listed. Boris now typing me, there is more because of your returns. Yes. I refunded some orders when I had suspicion it's an art gallery. I refunded them and canceled them because I have the right based on terms and conditions of the site. I don't sell to galleries. It's it. If I see gallery buying, I can understand, because when somebody buys more than 3 pieces, I immediately start checking who they are. At least I check the email. But when I see email sales at someartgallery.com, I call the person, you bought the painting for your own use? No, I want open certificates, we're planning to, sir, your order canceled. That's it. I have few paintings left, and I don't want any gallery make some huge profit of reselling them in 2 years. My father did them for real people, and real people want to receive them. Not some jerks, I'm sorry, like that sell it 10 times more expensive. They don't deserve it. Only real customers, real collectors. I have collectors that have hundreds of his paintings, and I know for sure it's a collector. I know people like they buying a lot, and I know for sure who they are. I talk with each person that buy more than 3-4 paintings. But when I see it's a gallery, I cancel. Because my goal is not to enrich galleries. If I wanted to enrich galleries, I could sell everything that I have in my house, and first day my father passed away. I received offers of like, maximum offer I received $3.5 million for all paintings, all copyright, and all company like. Just I need to step out and give all the passwords and allow somebody to run my business. I laugh at his face. Afremov business can be run only by Afremov. It's point, not nobody else. So this is why I don't want to sell them. Why? For what reason? They're not going to enjoy it, they're going to resell it. I don't need they make money. My goal is to bring my father's work to the people that gonna be happy. Even student works I don't want to sell to galleries. I don't want even iPhone cases I can sell. Yeah, in some points we give refunds and returns. I'm sorry. I can check your case personally, but it could be a couple reasons. It could be a couple reasons, as you see. As I say, sometimes I refund it, return it. I don't want to give Sean about your order why it was refunded, but we had the reasons. I'm sorry. Trust me, my business is to sell paintings to get money on it. And it's normal. It's any business does it. So I don't sell galleries, and if you listen to my video at the beginning, there is reasons why I don't sell to why I refund some orders. Based on policy of the website, we can cancel any order with no explanation. And sometimes we do it. I'm sorry. So if you receive a refund, it's mean something happened. So you can call me directly. If you don't understand what happened, I'm gonna be happy to provide you more detailed information. So you can call me. My phone is on the top of the website. I explain you why your order was refunded. Nothing personal. It's sometimes we have technical issue on the side that some coupons that applied incorrectly. Some things go wrong and we refund it. So I think it just show our transparency, because it show we are a legit company when we do the refund more faster than to try to keep the deal, because if something go wrong, it's go wrong. We cancel the order. You always happy. You always can reorder it again, and we keep the same price that it was before. So, but yes, it could happen. The order can be canceled. It's very rare. It's even not 1%. It's 100% gallery orders cancel, yes, but personal orders super rare. Like in your case, you need to contact me. I'm gonna give you a detailed explanation why it's canceled. Not your fault. I would say more as a system fault of the checkout. So it could happen. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you feel your order canceled incorrectly, just shoot me email and we can see what can be done. Because please understand, my business is to sell paintings, not just to give refunds. It's not a good idea. I understand that refunds not make anybody happy, not me, not you. But it's going to be much better than I'm going to tell you some. My father always taught me to say the truth. You cannot do it, don't do it. So who knows what happened with your order. So I'm not going to give more details because it's privacy. But if you contact me, I give you exactly what happened. Okay? So thank you very much. My advice, go to the site if you're not art gallery and make a purchase. If you are gallery, please remember, you're going to receive certificate that's going to say your name as an owner. So if you are gallery, you're just buying from another account, like there's a personal email that I cannot trace it. Please know the certificate not going to be empty. Your name going to be typed there. When you scan it with your cell phone, it's going to clearly say the owner of the painting, Mr. Joe Smith. So when you resell it, you will need to issue a new certificate and you have no right. So boom. But by the way, it's an interesting subject. If you purchase a painting from us and you want to resell it like a private, not as a gallery, easy. Just text me or email me and I'm going to send you the new, it's free. I'm going to send you the new certificate for the name of the new owner. Because only us can issue the certification. It's not a problem if you sell what you buy from us, as long as you're not big companies that you have, it's your business. If it's your just regular sales, just contact me, told me I sold it to Mr. German, and we're going to issue a new certificate to his name. It's very simple, it's easy, it's free. Yeah, it's free as long as you ship certificate via regular mail. If you want it overnighted, it's cost more money. So 111 pieces left. I think it's a good time to make a purchase. I'm sure. I would be happy, my father would be happy. I'm waiting for the day like when I'm gonna say, dear friends, I want to present you Afremov. Site only with a studio and prints. But you know what I believe I never gonna say. I just gonna change the advertisement, and as I told you, I'm gonna go to long vacation. Because I need to rest. I'm tired. Thank you very much. See everybody tomorrow. And thank you for your support and thank you for watching my videos. Even though some people tell me your videos was like a little bit twisted. I'm really happy that you're here and that you're watching us. Thank you very much. I'm David Afremov, Afremov.com.